Good morning, students. I am Jadhav A.R. from Swami Ramananda Bharati Vidya Mandir and Junior College, Tasgaon. In previous lecture, we studied the intragenic interactions which occurs in between the alleles of the same gene. Today, we are going to learn about the intergenic interactions. These intergenic interactions are carried out in between the alleles of the different genes, and these different genes may locate on the same chromosome or the different chromosome. Means the genes which are responsible for the intergenic interactions may present on the same chromosome or the different chromosomes. These intergenic interactions are also called as non-allelic interactions. The examples of intergenic interactions are pleiotropy, then epistasis, supplementary gene, complementary genes, and the polygenes. We are only dealing with the pleiotropy and the polygenes. First example of the intergenic interaction is the pleiotropy. Pleiotropy is the phenomenon in which two or more different traits are controlled by a single gene. Means this single gene is responsible for the expression of two or more different traits. The example of pleiotropy is the sickle cell anemia disease. The sickle cell anemia disease is caused by a gene HBS, and this HBS gene is the recessive gene. While in the normal or the healthy persons, this HBA gene is present, and this HBA gene is dominant gene which is responsible for the maintenance of the normal shape of the RBCs. Means this HBA dominant gene maintains the biconcave shape of the red blood cells. Gene HBS is responsible for the sickling of RBCs. Means due to presence of this HBS gene, the RBCs become sickle shaped, means RBCs becomes half moon shaped. Due to this, the oxygen carrying capacity of the RBC gets decreased. Then which are the genotypes of the normal or healthy persons, sickle cell carrier persons, and the sickle cell anemic persons? See here, the normal or the healthy person has the genotype HBA. Here both genes are dominant genes which plays an important role in the maintenance of normal shape of the RBCs. While the sickle cell carrier person has the genotype HBS. It is the heterozygous. That's why it is called as heterozygote. And due to the presence of this HBS gene in the sickle cell carrier persons, the sickling of the RBCs is carried out only under low oxygen concentration condition. Means when the sickle cell carrier person is exposed to the low oxygen concentration environment, at that time the sickling of the RBCs is carried out in that carrier person due to presence of this HBS gene. Then the genotype of the sickle cell anemic person is HBS. Here both recessive genes are present which plays an important role in the sickling of the RBCs. It is the homozygous condition, and that person is called as homozygotes with recessive gene. That's why in these cases the This HBS gene is very much fatal or very much dangerous or the very much lethal. Due to this condition, these sickle cell anemic persons do not remain alive, they die. When a marriage between two carriers is carried out, then what type of the individuals are produced in such cross? See here, this is the sickle cell carrier parent and this is the another sickle cell carrier parent. When these two parents marries with each other, then there is a possibility of such a type of offsprings developed. How? See here, the genotype of sickle cell carrier parent is the HBA-HBS. Here also the genotype of this sickle cell carrier parent is the HBA-HBS. The gametes of this sickle cell carrier parent are HBA-HBS and the gametes of this sickle cell parent are HBA-HBS. When this HBA gene unites with this HBA gene, then the offspring with HBA genes is formed and it is normal because in this case both the genes which are dominant genes are present and these both dominant genes plays an important role in the maintenance of shape of RBCs. When this HBA gene unites with this HBS gene, then the offspring with HBA-HBS is produced and it is a heterozygous offspring or heterozygous condition. Also, this HBS unites with this HBA gene, then a individual with HBA-HBS gene is produced. See here, both these individuals are with one HBA gene and one HBS gene. Due to the presence of this HBS gene in these offsprings, sickling of the RBCs is carried out only in the low oxygen concentration environment. That's why these are the sickle cell carriers. Means these individuals behaves as normal at normal oxygen concentration environment. Means in this case this HBS gene is not lethal or not harmful. Well, when this HBS gene unites with this HBS gene, then the individual or the offspring with HBS gene is produced and it is the homozygous recessive individual. Due to the presence of HBS genes, the sickling of the RBCs is carried out. That's why they suffers from the sickle cell anemia and these persons are called as sickle cell anemic persons. Due to the both recessive genes, these individuals do not remain alive, they dies. Means a marriage between two sickle cell carriers will produce normal, then carriers and sickle cell anemic individuals in 1:2, 2:1 ratio. But the sickle cell anemics dies. Due to this, in pleiotropy, the phenotypic ratio of normal and the sickle cell carriers is 1:2 instead of 3:1. The heterozygotes means the sickle cell carriers can be identified by microscopic examination of the blood. Next example of intergenic inheritance is the polygenes, means polygenic inheritance. In this type of the inheritance, more than two genes are responsible for the expression of particular or the single trait or character. See here, poly means many, genic means genes. More than two genes are responsible for the expression of a single trait or the single character. That's why it is called as polygenic inheritance. The examples of polygenic inheritance in case of the human being are skin color, eye color, hair color, height, weight, and the intelligence. This polygenic inheritance is also called as quantitative inheritance. Quantity means number. Means in this type of the inheritance, number of dominant genes plays an important role in the expression of that particular trait or the character. That's why it is also called as quantitative inheritance. Next type of the inheritance is the qualitative inheritance. This qualitative inheritance is related with the quality, means that particular character or the trait. This qualitative inheritance is also termed as monogenic inheritance. Mono means single, genic means gene. Means in this qualitative inheritance, single gene or the only one gene is responsible for the expression of that particular trait or the character. The examples of qualitative inheritance are the typical Mendelian characters. These typical Mendelian characters are the characters which are studied by the Mendel. Means these are the 7 different characters, contrasting characters. For example, stem height means tall and dwarf. In this character, means in the stem height, this only T gene is responsible for the expression of single trait. Next is the round shape of the seed, and this round shape of the seed is due to the presence of only this capital R gene. Then wrinkled shape of the seed, and this wrinkled shape of the seed is only produced due to the small r allele or the gene. Means these different, the typical Mendelian characters are the 7 contrasting characters which are studied by the Mendel. And these typical Mendelian characters are stem height, then seed color, seed shape, flower color, flower position, and so on. See here, this stem height can be represented by the tall and the dwarf condition, and this tall character is expressed by the only dominant gene capital T. Then round shape of the seed which is produced due to the allele capital R. Then yellow color of the seed which is produced or developed due to the allele capital Y. These are the examples of the qualitative inheritance. Then we are dealing with the polygenic inheritance in human skin color. In the human being, 3 pairs of genes are responsible for the expression of skin color, and these 3 pairs are capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Means in the man, the gene A, gene B and gene C, these 3 different genes are responsible for the expression of single trait or the character, means the skin color. That's why it is the example of polygenic inheritance. Davenport and Davenport in 1910 studied the inheritance of skin color in black and white population in USA. The population derived from marriage between pure black and the pure white individual shows the intermediate skin color, and this intermediate skin color is called as mulatto. When this mulatto marry with each other, all shades of the colors are observed in the population of F2 generation in the ratio 1:6:15:20:15:6:1. From this, they concluded that in case of the human being, the skin color is controlled by 3 pairs of genes, that is capital A, capital B, small b and capital C, small c. The skin color in human being is determined by the presence of melanin pigment, the skin. The amount of melanin pigment synthesized is always proportional to the number of dominant genes. Means each dominant gene is responsible for the synthesis of fixed amount of the melanin in skin. Thus, the effect of all genes is additive or cumulative. The shade of skin color in man is totally depends on the total number of dominant genes present in that particular individual. Then, here the genotype of pure black individual means as like Negro. The genotype of pure black is capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. Means it is homozygous dominant. Then the genotype of pure white individual means albino, means as like USA individual, and the genotype is small a, small b, small b, small c. In this case, there is no synthesis of melanin pigment because all these recessive genes do not produce any type of the pigment. When the marriage between pure black and the pure white individual is carried out, In F1 generation, the intermediate skin color is developed, and these intermediate individuals are called as mulattoes, and the genotype of the mulatto is capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. These mulattoes lies in between the skin color shades as pure black and the pure white. Means these mulattoes are not completely pure black or not completely pure white. Means these are the intermediate individuals. When these intermediate individuals marries with each other in F2 generation, the different 64 individuals are obtained, and in these 64 individuals 7 different shades of the skin color are observed. Which are these 7 different skin colors? Means 7 different phenotypes obtained in F2 generation. See here, pure black as like Negro. In this pure black, 6 dominant genes are present, and out of 64, only one individual is pure black. Then next shade is the very dark brown, and this very dark brown individuals has 5 dominant genes, and these are 6 out of 64. Then dark brown skin color in which 4 dominant genes are present, and these are 15 out of 64. Then mulatto means savla. It is the intermediate individual, and these mulattoes has 3 dominant genes, and these are 20 out of 64. Then next is the fair skin color, which has 2 dominant genes, and these are 15 out of 64. Very fair skin color, which is developed due to presence of only one, means the single dominant gene, and these are 6 out of 64. And the last, pure white as like USA population, means albino. It has no any dominant gene, means all the genes are recessive, and it is only 1 out of 64. These 7 different shades of the skin color are produced in F2 generation, and these shades are totally depends on the number of dominant genes present in that individual. Means the darkness of the shade increases due to increase in number of the dominant genes. Then how these 64 individuals are obtained in F2 generation? See here. When the marriage between the pure black and the pure white individual is carried out, they produce the intermediate individuals. These are called as mulattoes. How? The genotype of pure black individual is capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. The genotype of white individual, means albino or USA population, is small a, small a, small b, small b, small c, small c. Then the gametes of pure black are capital A, capital B, capital C, and the another capital A, capital B, capital C. The gametes of pure white individual are small a, small b, small c, and another small a, small b, small c. When this gamete unites with this gamete, a F1 individual is obtained with capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c genes. These are called as mulattoes, and these are intermediate, means they lie lies in between these two shades, means the pure black and the pure white. Means these mulattoes are not completely black or not completely white. These are intermediate. That's why these are also called as savla. The marriage between these two mulattoes produce different 64 individuals. How? The genotype of mulatto is capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Here also the genotype of this mulatto individual is capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Then gametes. This mulatto individual produce 8 different types of the gametes. These are capital A, capital B, capital C containing gamete, capital A, capital B, small c containing gamete, capital A, small b, capital C, small a, capital B, capital C, capital A, small b, small c, small a, capital B, small c, small a, small b, capital C, and small a, small b, small c containing gametes. Then in F2 generation, different 64 individuals are developed. Here, this is the Punnett square board, and these are the different 64 offsprings obtained in F2 generation. These are the gametes of male individual. These are the gametes of female individual, and when this gamete unites with this a offspring or the individual with capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C is formed. In this way, all these individuals are formed in F2 generation. In these individuals, the skin color depends on the number of dominant genes present in that individual. See here. Here 6 dominant genes are present. That's why it is pure black. Here 5 dominant genes are present. That's why it is dark. Here 5 dominant genes are present. That's why it is very dark brown. Then here 4 dominant genes are present. That's why it is dark brown in shade. Here 3 dominant genes are present, and it is a mulatto. Here only 2 dominant genes are present. That's why it is fair. here only one dominant gene is present. That's why it is very fair. And last, here no dominant gene is present, means all these genes are recessive, means in this case there is no synthesis of melanin pigment in the skin. Due to this, it is pure white, means the albino, means as like USA individual. Means in F2 generation, the 6 dominant gene containing individual is only one, and it is pure black as like parent. Then 5 dominant gene containing individuals are 6, and these are very dark brown. 4 dominant gene containing individuals are 15, and these are dark brown in color. 3 dominant gene containing individuals are 20, and these are mulatto, means intermediate, means savla. 2 dominant gene containing individuals are 15, and these are fair. 1 dominant gene containing individuals are 6, and these are very fair. While the top, the all recessive gene containing individual, means there is no dominant gene, is only one individual, and it is pure white. Means in the human skin color, phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is 1:6:15:20:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:15:151 means 7 different phenotypes, that is skin color shades produced in F2 generation are due to the cumulative, means additive effect of the each dominant gene.